Welcome to Better Buying's step-by-step guide where we walk suppliers through our website and teach you how to rate buyers. Let's get started. First, we'll need every supplier to register. You'll only do this once. The person completing the initial registration will by default be assigned the role of superuser. The superuser will be the only login permitted to submit final ratings. But not to worry, additional users can be added to input the data. Choose the language you feel most comfortable with: Chinese, English, or Korean. All questions are mandatory in the registration section. Input your current contact information, click the Data Protection Policy box, and hit Save. You'll receive an email with a new temporary password. Use this password to sign in for the first time. You'll be prompted to create a new one after that. Now, let's start rating buyers. On the left side of the page, you'll see the category Ratings. Then click Create New Ratings. Enter the name of the buyer in the name field. Please notice that you may have to scroll down to see the search button and the list of matching companies. If you don't see your buyer in the results section, you can add them by clicking the Add New Buyer button. Make sure to provide information for all the sections outlined in red, including the buyer-supplier relationship document. This document will need to be uploaded and should demonstrate your relationship with the buyer during the last 6 months. This might be a purchase order, an email, or something similar with the name of the company and a date. Don't worry, access to this document is strictly controlled and 100% confidential. When you're done, hit Save at the bottom of the page. We can begin rating. You will want to have some specific documents ready before beginning the rating system to help speed up the process and so that you can fairly and objectively evaluate each buyer. You'll likely need information from purchase orders or pro forma invoices, cost sheets, or final payment receipts, as a few examples. Don't worry, we do not ask you for confidential details from these documents. We'll then ask you a few questions in each of our 7 categories. Choose your answers from the menu and click Next. If you'd like to change a prior answer, click Previous to go back and edit your response. You are able to switch back and forth between categories as well. You can track your progress at the top of the page as you continue through the rating site. Be aware, sometimes we may ask for a brief written explanation as the answer to a question. As you continue through the site, the system saves your work, so if you cannot complete a rating, you can always come back later to finish it. When you complete all the questions, the superuser will need to submit the final answers. Remember, the system allows you to have multiple users, so you might want to select 1 or 2 that are primarily responsible for filling out the needed information before the superuser submits the rating. This will produce your overall score for the buyer, as well as a rating breakdown for each category. And that's it. It should only take between 10 to 15 minutes to complete this form. To rate another buyer, start the process again by going to Choose Rating on the left. If you have any other questions, visit betterbuying.org or send us an email at info@betterbuying.org.